Before we get into this video, I wanted to let you know I'm going to give away this guitar for free in my next video. So make sure you don't miss that. Hit the subscribe and the bell icon so you'll be one of the first to know. So our journey started in Brno in the Czech Republic, where we drove to Bratislava in Slovakia. So if you follow me, you'll know that I was on this holiday, which was supposed to be a relaxing holiday for Mrs. G and myself, but instead I decided to turn it into a bit of a Euro road trip. And because we would be crossing 6 countries in 6 days, I thought it would be a cool idea to visit at least one guitar shop in all of those countries.
In 200 meters, use the right lane to exit onto direction Brno, Pure, Vienna. Exit to the right onto direction Brno, Pure, Vienna. Then use the right lane to turn right onto direction Allpark.
Our first stop was Musiker Music, which is a nice little guitar shop in Bratislava. It was just on the outskirts as we were passing through. Some nice stock. Really loved this satin finish on the Squier Sunburst. And of course we have to give our single pickup guitars some love as well. This is where I decided to buy a set of guitar strings in every shop that we visited, which kicked off with a set of those D'Addario XL 1052s. The next leg of the journey was to Budapest in Hungary, where we would be staying for 2 nights. And I'd have a bit more time to explore some guitar shops better. And obviously we had to do some touristy things while we were on holiday. It was certainly beer o'clock, and there's no better beer in the world than Edelweiss. Let me know if you agree. You have to have some Palenka when in Budapest. Someone pin this sign to the comment section. Hangzsur Plaza was my first guitar shop in Budapest. It's a pretty big music shop across 3 floors, with pianos on the ground floor, guitars on the first, and drums on the second. The carve in this Ibanez really caught my eye. This is something I'm probably going to try in the future. Obviously I spent most of my time around the Fenders. And we got to give the acoustic guitars a little bit of love. Although I've always hated this shape Fender headstock on an acoustic. What do you think? This is the main room for electric guitars. It gives you an idea of the size of the place. I went for another set of D'Addarios this time, the NOI XL 1052s as well. A short walk around the corner brought me here to Mezzoforte or something like that. This was a very small guitar shop, but the guys here were really good, and they let me record one of them testing out a tube amp that they were fixing. Also, this court really caught my eye. I didn't realize they used such nice quilted maple on their acoustics. Anyone want to take a guess what I'm going to use these for? And don't say a guitar. In fact, the first person to guess it right, I will send one of these Giant Guitars baseball caps. Obviously, it was time for a quick coffee stop before I hit another guitar shop. This was Hangzer Bolt, another pretty sizable guitar shop. Not quite as big as Hangzer Plaza, but I preferred the selection in this one. And they have this nice little demo area. I still hate these Starcasters, I'm sorry. Probably my favourite guitars in this shop were these Hagströms. I've seen them online, but I'd never actually touched or played one, and I was really impressed. I can feel a single pickup conversion taking place soon. Two Epiphone Explorers stealing all Jackson's thunder. This Mason guitar is pretty cool. I'd never seen one of these before, although it was labelled Court. I'm not sure if they're made by them or something, but I didn't think so. And even though I like my single pickup guitars, I really like the mini humbucker in the neck position. And again, had to give the acoustic some love. More D'Addarios 946s this time. The next guitar shop was the one I was most excited to go to because it was a second-hand guitar shop. And it was a pretty sizable walk along the river past the Parliament building, so took a well-needed rest and a beer, obviously. This is Vintage 52. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but it was definitely the best guitar shop I visited in Budapest. The guys here are absolute legends. They gave me a full tour of the repair shop, showing me some of the work they were doing and how they do it. And then I headed downstairs to where they sell the second-hand guitars. And pedals and amps and everything else you can imagine. Not quite the Squier Jazzmaster I've been looking for. These two 70s Strats really caught my eye. And obviously this 70s Music Man. I spent ages here chatting away to the guys, and they took cash only, so I wasn't able to buy any guitar strings because by the time I got to an ATM, they were closed. So after one more night in Budapest, that was us finished and back on the road again. This time we were driving to Croatia, but we decided to stop off at Balaton for a little dip.
Exit onto 67, Apostol, Balaton now.
No guitar shops here, some more of that holiday stuff we were supposed to do. So after a swim, we continued on to Zagreb in Croatia. This is music shop number 1 in Zagreb. Unfortunately, it was the only guitar shop we got to go to in Croatia. And when I was inside, they asked me to stop recording. So it's not much footage, but I bought some EVH 1046s and we were back on the road again. It's a shame because they had a really nice 62 Jazzmaster, but they told me if I want to see more, I can see it on their website. Oh well. Next, we were heading to Jadronovo by the coast in Croatia. No guitar shops here again, but this was the most holiday-y part of our holiday. And we basically left our phones in the apartment for the 2 days and explored this beautiful little fishing village. We spent our time here swimming, snorkeling and paddleboarding all around these waters, watching all the fish, but since this isn't YBS Young Bloods, we'll skip all that part out. We'll get back on the road. Unfortunately, it was time to leave Croatia behind and head for Maribor in Slovenia. And that's not unfortunately that we're going to Slovenia, it's just unfortunately we had to leave Croatia. This is Music Max, and again we were only passing through Slovenia, so it's the only one we had time to stop at, but great wee guitar shop. Small but fantastic, and I really fell in love with these Lag acoustic guitars. I'm definitely going to buy one. Another set of 1052s, but Ernie Ball Paradigm this time, and I also got some Wonder Wipes fretboard conditioners. Let me know if you've tried them. After that quick stop in Maribor, we headed towards Vienna in Austria for our final night. Because we arrived so late in Vienna, we only had time to visit one guitar shop, and I'm glad it was Flash, which is again another second-hand guitar shop, very similar to Vintage 52 in Budapest. Really cool shop and repair shop. And another set of D'Addarios 942s, but I also got this amazing DiMarzio for only 45 euros. That's probably coming up in next week's video. So we spent the rest of our evening being tourists once again before we headed back on the road. The last leg of our journey was back to Brno, where we stopped at our final guitar shop of the trip. And this is Kitari, and for all the years I've been coming to Czech Republic, I've never actually been here, which is pretty sad because it's a lovely guitar shop, some really nice selection of guitars. Of course, I spent most of my time over by the Fenders, as usual. And I did give the acoustics some love again. This Furk guitars, or however it's said, they are fantastic. Really impressed. And the final set of strings are just Ernie Ball 10s, but this time the RPS ones. Not sure if they're any different from the standard Slinkies, but we'll see. Just like that, it was over. Maybe next time I'll be able to afford buying a guitar in every shop I go to. And now I'm back home. Here are all the strings I bought, plus those Wonder Wipes and that DiMarzio. And I'm not much of a string snob, to be honest with you. I'm an Ernie Ball 10s kind of guy, almost all the way. So be interested to try all these different strings out. The DiMarzio is going in a guitar next week, so wait until you see that. Now that's the one I'm launching the free guitar competition on, so please don't miss it. Thanks for watching this. Wee bit different from usual, but I appreciate you being here anyway.